Hello! Welcome to another episode of the FANMEN podcast. I'm DJ Gove.
Chris Davis.
Sean Hogarty.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
What's going on, kids?
Long time no see.
Yeah. So,
God,
you guys
recording
can...
2 weeks in a row.
I know, sure. So you guys can start off with whatever you did. I had the Weiss family in town for my daughter's high school graduation this week, so I got nothing done nerd-wise.
Nothing done, nerd.
I bought no toys.
Isn't that like the definition of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought no toys.
No
I didn't go pick up, I went and picked up a couple books, tried to empty my bin out, but not a whole lot, so.
Party planning.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it was the ones without pictures.
What, they make those? Oh, like cookbooks?
No, I think you still buy those with pictures too.
So I've been going through the last week of the month on my current job situation is kind of a month to month thing. So it means I have to hit a certain number of hours and do some weird things. But but it's been pretty busy. Traffic sucks. But
Welcome to New England in the spring.
Yeah, nothing particularly noteworthy. How about you, Chris?
No, it's we're for some reason we thought it was a good idea to build another house.
You will know why it was a good reason, but not for a while.
Once I get in there. Yeah, once I actually get into the house. And this has been like this 3-year odyssey that sounded like a great idea, and when you just had this germ of an idea.
It still sounds like a great idea to me.
Be very nice. Yes. Yes.
It'd be fun to visit.
If you're not in the eye of the hurricane, it sounds like a great idea. So we're kind of in the throes of getting the current house ready to be put on the market, to try to sell this, to finalizing
but
all
this
the
is
details.
where we record, Chris.
There will be a roof at the other place too.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, there'll be table and
Okay.
I'm in.
I guess so.
you'll just say goodbye to one cave and move to another.
Yes.
That's all. So we've been just knee deep in that. It's all of the work travel, as you can tell by our sporadic schedule here, which is usually driven
By you.
by me. Yeah. It's based around my travel schedule. All happens in the spring. So I'm got to the end of that, wound down through the rest of that. And now it's all house for the next
Yeah, but
month and a half.
But it's only going to be a little while, and you'll be on the other end of it. And I can see that you are part of what you guys are doing. Thankfully, because you have some, your scheduling allows this to happen. You're actually going through shit and throwing things out.
Yeah, we're trying to correct the thing that we did wrong going into this one, right?
Move everything.
Traditionally, you run out of time at the end of it, and just take the tubs and we'll go through them at the next place, which never happens.
Yeah.
As tubs that we have from the move 12 years ago, that's like, oh, look at that. I forgot about. I opened one tonight. I'm like, where the fuck did all these poster tubes come from? She's like, there's more. I'm like, I obviously never get around to putting this stuff up.
Yeah.
We are trying to take some time and thin the herd a little bit before it gets over there. So,
well, as somebody that hasn't had to help or do anything, I'm excited for the end of this process.
Just wait until it's unpacking time. Everything is going to get dumped in that garage, and you guys will get a call.
I'm
a case of beer and 2 pizzas waiting.
I'm always available.
I'm there.
Except
I
when I'm not.
appreciate that, Jones. I appreciate that.
Sounds like before 7:30 p.m. on a weekday.
Yeah, I have to do it before Sean's bedtime at 8. Which actually, it's starting to get a little dark out there. You should start fading anytime now.
So my
A reverse werewolf.
Yeah, exactly.
The moon comes up, he starts to shut down.
So, as soon as that Denny's, early bird's over, he's done. That's the end of it.
You don't see my features stretch and hair start to grow. You just see me start laying down and melting into a bed.
Instead of a howl, it's like a...
Yep, that's pretty accurate.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Too funny. So, but the one thing that I did do in the last couple weeks, and I don't know if either of you guys watched this, they did a live reenactment. Actually, they did a live performance of 2 of the old Norman Lear shows.
Yes, yeah.
All in the Family and the Jeffersons, back to back, all set up on one soundstage.
Yep.
The living rooms of the 2 houses were like right next to each other. And these were actual episodes from, I forget which year. I think they mentioned it at one point.
It had to be the late 70s.
And it slipped my mind.
I heard about it. I only actually just watched the first half of. So I watched the first half of it, the episode of All in the Family that they did.
Okay.
And Jen and I got too tired, because it was like 7:30 or something.
Sure.
And so I still have to watch the second half. But I was so excited when I heard about it. I was kind of mad that I hadn't heard about it before it, when it actually aired.
Yeah, they didn't.
Well, I
They
never
didn't
see
promote it
commercials.
very
I don't see
Sure.
a lot of commercials.
Yeah, I don't see how
But I love those shows. We've all talked about, classic sitcoms being stuff we grew up with. And I mean, I watched those episodes live and
You grew up with this.
yeah. And so Norman Lear and his writing and he opened the show talking
And
about
God bless, 96 years
96.
Oh, he's still alive?
90.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on the show.
Oh,
And-
And he's still vibrant. I mean, he's.
He's sharper than I am.
Oh, no question.
Yeah. at 96, but him talking about the tackling of racism and other touchy topics. Some of the I haven't watched the second episode yet, but some of the language in the first episode, you were definitely like, wow, I can't imagine somebody doing that today.
This is what was striking to me. In this day and age, you could never pull off either of those shows.
Which is-
hell no.
You couldn't come close.
But is that, I was going to say that's sad. Is it sad? Because I mean, as a kid, I moved around a lot. I don't necessarily remember how much I had experience with Black families and kids. I know I did at different times, but those shows like On the Family and the Jeffersons, and then later on Good Times and What's Happened. I mean, these were, I think they were important for me as a kid. Good or bad, it still was. It was something, right?
I think it shows where society has gone that you can't do this. People are
Yeah.
sensitive to the fact of what was happening,
Yeah.
but I don't think you've had a TV show since that era that was actually a true depiction of what was going on in
Or it was
the country at the time.
or it's I think nowadays there's a tendency to be preachy rather than here it was satirical, right? It was tackling these things
Yeah,
kind of head
It
on.
was, but you all knew somebody that was just like Archie.
Oh yeah.
My
Yeah.
grandfather grew up in that era.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that would come out of his mouth
Yep.
was, and that's not a shot at, it's that World War I.
My grandparents distinctly were not, but they were all military. And I think that may have been a cultural difference, right? The
Sure.
military was in many ways integrated long before other areas of
Mhm.
society. But yeah, it's interesting
You're
to hear
talking-
that.
Yeah. When you talk about that older generation, you're talking about first generation Americans.
Yeah.
Like their parents were right off the boat.
Yeah. Yep.
So there was still that struggle between groups.
hmm
And you see a lot of that portrayed in these shows.
Yeah. Well, so another aspect, I mean, we're talking about the stories and writing. I think it's interesting that they, presented them exactly as scripted, but the choice to do them live is also really cool because and not just live in front of an audience and then edited together, from the angles and stuff.
No,
This is
televised
literally
live.
televised live. I loved their choice in and out of the commercial breaks, pulling back to let you see the audience and let you see the lights because I love that shit,
Yeah,
right?
they let you-
Yeah.
Just a little peek behind the
Yep.
scenes.
Yeah. I felt like I lived in those houses. I mean, those sets, they did a great job.
It was like visiting the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
That was kind of, I mean, look at an
Archie
Archie's chair and I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God, there it is.
Was it the actual, did they have like some of the actual
I
set pieces?
I'm
don't
sure
know
they
if
didn't.
they brought it back or not. I think
There-
that chair is still in the
Yeah,
Smithsonian.
there'd be no reason to actually do it, right? It was a very normal thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the casting threw me. Woody threw me a little bit. I thought he did.
I wanted a
He did
little
okay.
fatter guy. He did okay.
Marissa Tomei was awesome.
Oh, she
She was spot on.
Oh yeah. What
They
is
sang the
it?
theme
Gene
song?
Stapleton was she?
Gene
Yeah.
Stapleton
Yeah.
was her name.
Um,
Edith
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah, she really did a good job. I think Woody did a good job. I think the problem is he's Woody Harrelson. He carries
That's-
a lot
see,
of
and
character
that's-
Baggage.
Same thing with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
I think Jamie did it very well. He had
Yeah.
the strut down, the
Oh,
jacket,
yeah.
the whole. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he didn't he used to do George Jefferson on In Living Color back in the day?
probably
he may have.
Yeah.
I mean, he nailed it.
Yeah, yeah. I need to go back and watch. I love Wanda Sykes. Seeing Wanda Sykes in that costume and role playing. That was really interesting to me because Wanda Sykes is so energetic and so outspoken. To see her play.
She's the perfect foil for that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing the second half of that. I'm glad
there is one fun reveal in the second half.
Oh, yeah?
That I can't talk about right now.
All right.
You'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you should try to watch it, DJ,
I
if you can find
never
it.
watched the Jeffersons.
It's on demand.
I think I caught a couple of All in the Families, although I was so young I didn't really understand its
Yeah.
significance and stuff like that.
Right.
It's like, who's this grumpy old prick? That's all I knew. So.
I remember that and Archie's Place. Remember when he owned the bar in the second
I
one?
watched a little bit of
I
that. I
watched some of
remember
that, too.
thinking it sucked. You know what I did miss in the casting? I don't know who played Meathead in the show, but I found him, it's kind of unfair compared to Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is, he was fantastic. And Sally Struthers, so the casting of those two, I think, really lost something only because the other
out
ones,
of it a little bit.
they were so iconic.
But you can't follow any of that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I think that if they did
You're
Three's
right.
Company-wide without John Ritter, it's like whoever
Yeah.
plays John Ritter is like, oh, it's not John Ritter, so fuck this guy.
And who would play Don Knotts and
Exactly.
yeah, but
Mr. Furley.
Jim Carrey.
I still so
could pull that
question for you, Chris.
Yes.
What do you think about Jimmy Kimmel continuing to periodically do exactly this, live productions of random classic TV episodes with modern casts?
I like the idea because he's in our age group, right?
Yeah,
he's from our generation,
Yes,
so
yes.
this is the stuff that he grew up on that he loved.
Yeah,
So I love the idea that he's throwing a bone to, in this case, Norman Lear.
yeah.
A little homage to kind of highlight where these things came from. Right now, turn on, there's so much content out there.
Yeah.
You don't understand how seminal these shows were and there was only a handful of them.
Yeah.
So to have that kind of quality, and both shows had long runs.
Oh yeah.
The Jeffersons spawned directly off of
Yeah.
All in the Family.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, the Jeffersons
So
came
these
right out
two
of it.
episodes, I'd have to go back and look. I don't know whether this is the episode that preceded the pilot, and is the first. Is it the first Jeffersons, or did they just pick two from that period? It doesn't
I don't
matter.
know if it's the first Jeffersons or not. It's early Jeffersons if it's not the first.
Yeah.
Like you see them get their made.
All right.
So it's that early.
Awesome.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So recommended.
Cool.
Definitely worth a watch.
So it's been a couple weeks. Sean, have you seen John Wick yet?
Gentlemen, I know it is an incredible surprise to you that I have not.
He just got through number 2, a couple months ago?
Yeah, which I'm actually pleased that that I actually pulled off an assignment that we gave me. So the reason I haven't seen it really comes down to if I couldn't go to see it with one of you guys when it came out, me finding time I barely have time to watch stuff by myself when I'm not traveling, right?
Yeah.
Traveling is usually when I see
on the
things.
couch
That's where I
at the
catch up,
house.
yeah.
Yeah, right. I just
For
don't
free.
Yeah. So I haven't had the time or made the time to go catch it in a theater. So it's still in the theater. So hopefully I can.
You probably still have a little time.
Yeah. So maybe I'll maybe I can go see it on sometime this coming week.
You better hurry. Wick 4 is coming in 2021.
Yeah,
So that's confirmed?
Yeah, confirmed.
So that tells me
confirmed.
I think they
tells
wrote
me
them.
John
they wrote
Wick
them
doesn't
together.
die, right? So
Maybe it's the universe.
It's
So I
the
can say this.
universe, yeah.
So I think Chris and I are kind of the same boat. We're huge Star Wars people. I love the Lord of the Rings movies. I love all these other movies. I don't think there's ever been a trilogy of movies constructed in such a gorgeous, seamless way as the John Wick movies.
Really,
They're amazing.
I'd have trouble arguing with that.
Jedi has Ewoks and fall off. John Wick 3 has dogs.
So I will say
fall off.
I definitely
fall off.
I definitely enjoyed John Wick 2. It's a exquisitely well made action movie with an interesting universe behind it. It's got what's his name? Al Swearingen, Ian McShane, right? Which is always a good thing. So
And you get so much Ian in number 3.
There's so much Winston.
so
all of the Winston.
So I will try to see it soon. Speaking of Ian McShane, I recently tried to start having Jen watch Deadwood with me.
yeah.
How's that going?
So she watched the first episode, and I said this, this may take a few episodes for you to get into. This is David Milch dialogue, very, very dense, a lot of period accents and slang. So it's hard to sometimes understand what the characters are saying. But I told her if you watch it, you watch it a little bit and you start to understand what they're saying, you start to recognize the characters' voices, and then it's the character stuff that will hook you. So, the Deadwood movie is coming out very, very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen the teasers.
Is it this year?
Yeah,
I think it is.
when we release this episode, it should be, I think it's like in June, right? I think it's like in the next,
really?
Somewhere in the summer, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was like a
No,
fall or
it is.
No, they've been working on it
It's coming
for a
out
while.
like,
so I'm not gonna be able to see it. Well,
Jen and I, there's no way Jen and I will finish Deadwood before this comes out. And so my choice will be whether
May 31st.
Oh, geez.
So it already
So
came out?
actually, it already came out.
how the fuck did we miss that? That's how much shit is coming out this summer,
I know.
and that's how good John Wick is. 'Cause
That's
once
what
you
it's
see
saying
John
here.
Wick,
Yeah.
you don't
So-
care about anything else.
Well, so then clearly Jen and I did not finish the 3 seasons of Deadwood. So I'll have to figure out whether I go watch it without her or whether I push through and then watch it with her. We'll see.
I don't think I could ever get Heather to watch all of them.
Well, I'll know pretty soon whether she's
What happens when everybody
willing
cancels
to
HBO.
continue.
Mm.
If she likes it or not, then we'll push through. But yes, I will try to see John Wick soon because I know you guys wouldn't mind having a Wickathon.
It's
There should be multiple episodes just on Wick.
it should be. Yeah, it's it's so good.
I'm not sure just from...
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
we'll do episodes of Wick, at least one episode. I don't know if we
It's-
need multiple Wick
I mean-
episodes. Don't look at
We
me
could do
like
an
that.
entire month of Wick.
It's he's.
I wanted to a deep dive on this whole universe, understanding as to how...
The
I need
universe
to know
is
how
insane.
the currency works. I need to know
Oh my god, yes, and like
the whole thing.
the bank and some of the new characters they introduced. Where do they come from? What's the backstory? And
Coin gets you a night at the hotel or a cocktail or just an entry into
Yeah.
the lounge.
or someone will kill someone for you, or a
Or
coin.
you can go to the doctors and get patched up, or, pays for a cab ride.
Yeah, it's
I don't understand how that works necessarily.
and like so assassins don't have Venmo. Like I don't understand.
There is no
that.
Venmo.
There's no
It's all
Venmo.
gold coins.
And
And everywhere
like,
there's a stash of gold coins.
yeah, and it's just it is it's a very cool universe they've crafted with it.
And they stay within their lanes very well.
They do.
All right, that's enough Wick talk. I'll see the damn movie and we will
dare
talk
you
about it
judge our Wick
properly.
talk.
I just don't want any spoilers. And you guys are talking enough that, and I'm I just
Probably kills more than the 76 people who did in the first
So
one.
actually,
Yeah.
I was reading an article.
Oh,
You read? Did it have pictures?
yes.
Yes, it
Pictures
did.
of piano.
It's actually a video.
All kinds of piano
That's
pictures.
not reading an article, then, DJ.
It's article like
The people talk to him.
yes.
It's like an audio article.
They were wearing articles of clothing.
So
Some of them.
someone did the math, and John Wick.
In number 3, just the math for 3 or
I think
overall?
it's for all of them. So in the 3 John Wick movies, one normal human being has killed more people than every Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees movie combined.
Oh yeah, you don't get very many kills in those movies.
But there's like 90 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You usually
They
get like
use
4 or 5
knives.
high points.
It might just be
Yeah.
3. Because 3, he
Are you saying Wick can't use a knife?
oh no, he can use a knife and
no,
an axe
I'm
and
saying
shotgun
Michael.
shells. He can
No,
use
I'm
whatever he
saying
wants.
Michael Myers and Freddy
Hatchets.
use relatively simple weapons. John Wick uses all weapons, right? I mean,
Mhm.
and rapidly and continuously for numerous hours.
Fucking pencil.
Mhm.
fucking pencil.
That's right.
Or 100 knives or an
Mm,
axe
it doesn't-
or
you can
a
use
horse.
whatever.
Whatever.
Wick on a
Stop
horse.
it!
Good God.
Stop it!
library book?
Stop!
Stop. That's all stuff you saw in the trailer.
I don't watch the trailers because
You
when
did because we made you.
Yes, I did, but I forgot it because at the time I watched the trailer, I had not seen John Wick 2.
So on average, John Wick kills 102 people per movie.
Yeah, he was low in the first one. It was in the 70s.
On
Well, because all he wanted was Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah.
That's the only one he wanted to take out.
took out
Was
Connery.
Theon in
He's the
Theon's
best
the
one.
Russian
Yeah,
kid.
he's the kid.
He's the Russian kid.
I need
He's
to go
the
back
kid.
and rewatch the first one.
Yeah, everyone else is just in his way.
Yeah.
Once you get later on, it's
Theon and Connery from Billions. Theon's number one henchman there that died in the 2 inches of water in the sink.
oh yeah, so good, so good. So yeah,
As
so
usual, so disappointed in Sean for not seeing it.
So
John Wick is so
Wick
good.
aside, I saw some recent news and photos, or I didn't actually dig into them, but they immediately made me think of you, DJ.
Mhm.
Galaxy's Edge shit
Oh,
is coming
yes.
out,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So my two favorite things on this planet are Star Wars and Disney World.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's like
been well documented.
the Reese's
wife and
peanut
daughter
butter
are
cups of
slightly
DJ
lower.
Land.
Yes,
Ooh,
exactly. Yes. Ooh, there we go. So
Making me hungry.
this past week, Disneyland
Mm-hmm.
started their what they're calling preview access to
Mhm.
Galaxy's Edge. Disney World will open the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
The way this works,
Are they identical?
they are for the most part. Disney World does cover more area.
They were just able to create a little more common area.
Yeah. There's more common area, more capacity.
Yeah.
Rides, eateries, shops, identical.
Oh, that's the same, right?
So
Oh,
do you
it's the
think
same.
Disney World has additional like parallel executions within the rides, like 4 paths instead of 2 or 3, or because if they can handle
I
more
would-
people,
I don't know. I think
Then
they're
I would-
exactly the same.
I would think they're the same.
The queues
just
might be
from-
bigger.
yeah,
I'm just thinking economics. It's easier to build 2 of the same thing than to re-engineer.
right, but parallel ride paths is a common or throughput, right?
Hmm.
If you have a bigger area, why wouldn't you? Because it's all about throughput,
That's all. it
Yeah.
is.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's going to be their big problem. If they haven't figured out throughput, this is going to be a bitch to see
Well-
forever and ever.
so this tends to what preview week is, or preview time. So the way they did it at Disneyland is they're soft opening it. Right now, it's all built.
Yep.
It's live right now as we're talking. Only one of the rides is up.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcon ride, Smuggler's Run. But what they did was you had to make a reservation online to get into the land.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, Disney's shitty reservation service.
Oh, fucking sucks. But anyway, so they all were gone real quick, obviously. And then they kept some spots open. So if you actually had a Disney hotel room, because there's only 3 Disney resorts, hotels at Disneyland. If you stayed at one of them, you got in. You got a block to go in.
Yeah, they just assigned you a 4-hour block.
Yep. So what they do is, say 8 o'clock starts, everyone lines up. You have to line up ahead of time. They go through, they wristband everyone with like the yellow wristband. You get your 4 hours. When 4 hours is up, they announce it. Everyone with the yellow wristband, get out. Blue wristbands in,
Okay.
et cetera, et cetera. Rinse and repeat.
They probably do it in some kind of Star Wars culturally appropriate, the yellow band, I would imagine it's not like, yo,
Try to
yellow
keep you
bands, get the
immersed.
hell
Yeah,
out.
Gungans, piss off.
Yeah.
It's probably, I'm picturing something like the holiday parties.
Yeah.
Like when you go in, you'll be separately tagged.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as that time happens that the party's starting, you could physically be in the park without a ticket for that. You just can't go into a store, a restaurant, a ride. There's people watching. You have to show your band to everybody
Yes,
to get in.
but unlike holiday parties, they said so. The security team at Galaxy's Edge, of course, is Imperial Stormtroopers.
Right.
Stormtroopers will drag you out of Galaxy's Edge if you have the wrong color wristband. They will physically walk you out
I
of the
want
land.
to see that happen.
Yeah, that actually looks cool.
They will
See, now
phys-
you're intriguing me.
They
Now I
will
wanna
physically
go.
walk you out. It's gonna and the funny thing is, like, it was coming up, so everyone at work's like, "Oh, so you're going to Disney this month?" I'm like, "No. I'm like, I'm insane. I'm not that insane." Also,
To be debated.
Yeah.
touche. I don't want to deal with that launch crap. I just don't want to do it.
So much humanity.
I'm pissed off that I couldn't go to Blue Cat Land out at Animal Kingdom, whatever
Oh,
the
yeah.
Avatar, right? Because it would entail 3 hours, 4 hours when I was there of
You got to
waiting.
walk down that fast pass
Yeah.
early.
Yep. Or do a night party.
Yeah, not options for normal.
You can also
people.
get there at opening. We did that once and just ran to the back corner.
Yeah, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. But that line stretched all the way back behind like Tusker House, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It was
It gets
way the hell
insane.
back there.
It'll probably get a little bit better with Star Wars. But it's gonna be tough for a while. Disneyland will have a little bit of relief in a couple of years because they're starting construction on Marvel Land now off of California Adventure. But until that's
Where Bug's
done,
Life was?
yeah, part
Is that
of
what
it.
they took?
Part of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, part of it.
Marvel Land.
Yep,
Well,
Spider-Man.
they're going to get all the characters back in
Yeah.
22?
Well, Disneyland can use them.
Yes.
Disneyland can use everything. It's Disney World that has the restrictions. Because there's
Why?
already an Iron Man ride in Tokyo or Shanghai or something like that, and they already have some stuff out there.
So why does Disney World have the
Because
restrictions?
Universal
There's-
Studios Orlando is so heavily Marvel themed, I don't think.
There's certain
So it was-
characters was still
so they
carved
made
out.
parts
Yeah.
of the deal.
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
They put the Sanctum up at one end down
hmm
past Toy Story Mania.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of that road and,
And you
take a
could go in
left.
there and,
There was a Daily
yeah.
Bugle stand.
and they had all the they have access to all the Guardians. But when I
So
was
there's
at
certain ones they could do.
yeah, but when I was at Disneyland, they had the party night and they had
Oh.
Thor and Loki and the Guardians, all these characters out.
Cap's out there.
Yep,
Spider-Man's
Cap,
out there.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Wow.
At Disneyland, they have no restrictions. It's a geography thing. But actually, it's gonna be awesome. So my buddy Rhino, who works for www.info.com, he went out for the opening for it, media stuff. I got to hit him up and see how it was. I want to know how that Han Solo ride is.
Yeah.
Someone actually leaked a little bit of video online. Someone who no longer has a
Really?
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the same guy that was stealing the stuff.
No, that was insane.
That was
Some
ridiculous.
guy was stealing costumes. Some guy was cutting animatronics off their
Animatronic
harnesses.
heads and yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I saw something about
insane.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be awesome and horrible at the same time.
much.
Yeah.
That's Disney all the time.
It is. It is.
It's the happiest place and the most miserable place
Yeah,
on earth,
so
all at the same
I'm-
time.
So we're going.
crazy.
Yeah, we're going down the week before Christmas. The week episode 9 comes out
Mm-hmm.
because I've seen all the big episodic ones down there for the premieres. They've always done like a nighttime party.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that. I mean, I know they're going to do it this year. I just hope I can secure the ticket for that
Right.
so I can go do that. That's the only way I'll do it. I have no plans on buying a daytime park ticket to go wait in line to get into Star Wars. I have no plans on doing it. Which I know from
You're going to do
reasons.
that solo again? I know April and Athena didn't go to the last Star Wars party with me.
No, actually, because we don't. Athena will be in school. She'll
that's right.
she'll have finals that week, so it's just me and the
Oh,
wife going
yeah.
down. So yeah,
You
I'll.
going to drag her?
Yeah, if she wants to go. If not, I'll go with. I might go with Rhino.
Maybe at some point, this is probably a terrible idea, but maybe at some point the three of us should go without families
I would love to.
and and actually podcast our way through.
Yeah, we could do an episode for every park.
Yeah.
I'd love to. And the thing,
Wireless headphone mics?
no, we do it after the fact.
We could do it after the fact.
We could stay at Animal Kingdom.
You don't
and-
want to hear him on the ride?
I'll take videos.
Yeah, there's some attraction there.
There is. Well, like if we stay at
This is a terrible idea.
no,
but-
it's a
awful.
phenomenal
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
No, it's
amazing.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
If we stayed at Kidani Village, we have the fire pit with all the savannah with the animals. We just sit on the fire pit and record every night.
Yeah.
There's no one ever down there. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's wide open.
Mm.
Which is always so strange. That's one of my favorite places to stay. There's never anybody out there.
I know.
So
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean,
We'll
if
see.
the wife will allow it, because the thing is too is like we could always let them all.
We're
go.
men, damn it. We're allowed
need-
to make
Oh, you two make me laugh.
I mean, so like it wouldn't be out of the realm for us to go down for like 4 days or whatever, and then later on they could all go down too. Because the good thing is with
Yeah,
I'm still laughing.
No, this is
it could happen.
It could.
Well, because the good thing is
The two ready to lead the jihad are the ones that have to ask permission.
I'll do it. Well, I
Damn
mean,
it, we're men.
Sean said we're men and we can go to Disney World and ride rides.
yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of being a DVC member. It's when you don't have to pay for the room.
I'm not sure.
helps.
I'm not sure which of the three of us is the least manly, but I know it's not Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, bastard.
But yeah, but the galaxies and stuff, it's going to be insane. The stuff you can. Let's go back to our main thing.
stuff.
The stuff you can
Stuff you
buy.
buy.
Oh,
So-
you're going to talk about what you were teasing?
Yes.
What?
Oh.
So
Look at us. Sean's all
I
excited.
have no idea.
the
Does it have an exhaust port in the back? That's all he wants to know.
Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Go, DJ.
We're not going to say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yes.
the Sarlacc pit flashlight. No.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude.
So
You actually poke Boba in there?
yeah, there's a Boba Fett. There's a rocket fighting Boba Fett inside it.
Dude.
No, so there's a lot of cool stuff to buy at this. Obviously, on top of your average, clothing and stuff like that, they have a whole bunch of. They're not a Novos brand. Disney did it themselves. Movie quality, like 501st quality costumes for everything.
Yeah.
The lightsabers they have are insane. They came up with a technology where you can either buy what they call a legacy hilt, so like Luke or Mace Windu or whatever. They have Ahsokas from Clone Wars and Rebels,
very nice.
which I am
That's a good
buying.
pull.
And they come like in a metal lockbox with the velvet and everything.
Nice.
Amazing. Or you can build your own for a couple $100. And what you do is you pick out your crystal for your color. Your crystal has an RFID chip in it. So whatever you build for a hilt, I think they said there's like 36,000 different options you can get with all the parts they have.
Yep.
You program it up with, if you want prequel sounds or original trilogy sounds or whatever. And no matter the blades they sell separately, but one blade will work in every lightsaber. And the chip inside changes the color and the sound of it when you use it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice.
And the blades are combat ready.
Nice.
They're like $49 a piece. You can
All right, so yeah,
stunt show and stuff like that.
I need
a
one.
couple of those. Also,
So what's the ballpark you think of like a stormtrooper costume or
I don't know about the armor. I've seen like the they have the X-wing pilots.
yeah.
I think you're looking at with helmet. I would imagine 5-6 with the helmet. The helmets are expensive.
Yeah.
But they have other stuff too. They have like remember
Did you have anything that expensive at studios now? You had that Vader costume.
you had the Master Replica's Wedge Antilles helmet for $580. You had the high-end Vader helmet for $699. The full, you had the Innovo
full
Stormtrooper
outfit,
kits.
yeah.
They were a couple thousand, but they're Innovo and you'll never
I'm
actually
thinking
get
that
them.
little island like in the middle of the
Yeah.
store.
I think they made them high-end because they produced them themselves. They kept the cost down a little bit.
Got it.
But I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get one right off the bat, but I'm going to at least look for the jackets. So they have, do you remember in Empire, like Luke has like the snow speeder, like orange jacket, like the jumpsuit underneath?
Yeah.
They have those, kind of like my jacket I got.
Yep.
They got some real cool, like, they have Poe Dameron's jacket, Han Solo's leather jacket, stuff like that, which is really neat.
Very cool.
You can, like, I'll just go buy a Han Solo leather jacket and a blaster belt. I'll be happy for the first trip,
Yeah.
They also have a Build-A-Droid where you can build a remote control droid for $100 that will actually interact with stuff in the park.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Is this going to be the next generation of every kid walking around with a Banshee?
Yeah, so
Remember
it's like,
that?
so it's, I remember like the Harry Potter ones.
Yeah.
Same
It's like
idea.
that. You go over to this parrot thing, you put your droid down on this, like a platform or whatever.
Yeah.
Pull out the app and your droid beep, 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 and do all
That
this
sounds
stuff.
like a terrible.
And then you get you get like a bounty hunter game on your phone and stuff for the kids to. So there's other stuff to do because there's only 2 rides.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the
It's
interaction's supposed
Avatar
to be just,
Land's
yeah.
much like that.
The Banshees suck though.
I haven't.
They're pricey.
Yeah, the interaction is insane. Also, from what I've seen and what they've said, all the toys that are in this place there's a store, and it's like the whole story is there's like this little old alien on the outskirts of the galaxy that makes all these toys. So you're not going to walk in there and find carded figures like at a Walmart. Do you have you buy like an AT-AT? It looks like it's all pop riveted out of like sheet metal and stuff like that, and all the plushies are look like handmade dolls of like Rey and Finn and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat. All the soda comes in different bottles.
Oh, yeah,
Coke
the
changed
Coke.
their logos.
I respect that. I mean, you got to be somebody like Disney to be able to make these deals.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested in I don't think there's ever been anything this immersive. I mean, the Harry Potter stuff I actually really enjoyed for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
This sounds like it's
Yeah,
to the next level.
because when you're in Harry Potter, like I said before, there's only the couple things to do. There's like the candy store and the wand store, and that's it. Everything else is like a faux facade kind of thing.
Yeah.
And while you're in Harry Potter Land, you can hear the fucking dinosaurs at Jurassic Park, and you can hear like the Popeye music and shit. So
Yeah.
this is so kind of like walled off on its own.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. And once the hotel gets finished, that's just going to even be another thing. But it's part of this whole, over the next couple of years, Disney World's just going to be insane.
Yeah.
End of this year, the new space restaurant in Epcot's opening. So you're going to go in there. It's going to look like all the walls are screens. It's going to look like you're eating dinner on the International Space Station with like astronauts and shit outside and meteors and
Nice.
What are we,
space.
2 years away from Guardians?
Yep, 2 years from 2021 Guardians is opening. They've already started going vertical on Tron, so everything under the ground is done. They're doing pillars up for Tron now. Tron's going to be the crown jewel of that place. It's going to be the best ride.
I have no idea.
The light cycle?
There's a light cycle roller coaster for Tron where you hop on a light cycle and you fucking race. You race, master control, yeah.
That sounds a little scary.
Oh, no,
Sounds
it's
amazing.
it's amazing. It's amazing. They have it in Shanghai. It looks fucking rad. You got Guardians, you got Ratatouille. It's going to be, it's cool because,
Right, Ratatouille and France.
you're probably in the same boat. We've gone so many times
Yeah, it's
And even though I love going, well, that's the only place I choose to go on vacation.
Yeah.
And I love going. There's nothing against going now, but it's gonna be nice to actually be able to go in a couple years and be like, oh, this is, and have actually like different stuff.
something new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like some of the recently the new stuff has not been good. Like I do not like the new Soarin' and stuff like that. Which California's putting theirs back to California.
Really? They're going back to the old one?
they're ditching
Golf
the
ball
world
coming at you, the whole thing?
Yep.
I've only done Soarin' once at Epcot
Did you do it
recently.
with the countries like France and the African safari and shit?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought it was nice.
but it's Galaxy is gonna be nuts. Like I said, I hope to sneak in December for a night and I just want to do one Falcon ride and buy a lightsaber to start with.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna be one of those things where I don't want to go and when it's super packed because I don't want to be annoyed at all. Because I'm telling you now, when I walk in, if I hear some John Williams music and I see that Falcon, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm okay with that.
You know, or like if Chewie comes walking by or something, I'll start fucking crying. I almost fucking cried when I go see Chewie at launch bay for Christ's sakes.
Mm.
So it's Star Wars is a special thing. So the fact that it's here, it's cool.
Little aside that I forgot to mention before.
Mhm.
I don't know if I talked to you about this. Sean and I definitely did. Heather, I, and Harley ended up going into that showing of A New Hope at the Symphony Orchestra.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I know
Yeah. So how was it?
Right?
It was amazing.
So
It's like
basically,
hairs standing up on your arms.
so they basically showed the movie and they
They
pulled
have a
all the
massive
music off.
screen. Right. So,
So-
you're
so
still
all
getting
the
dialogue
music's
and everything
live.
from the track.
Hmm.
All of the score is live.
That's awesome.
How was it?
Unbelievable.
So
Absolutely unbelievable.
Was it the Pops?
It was the Pops. Yeah,
Yeah.
Keith Lockhart.
so one of the interesting things for me, I've never actually done something like that. It's not just the orchestration and voicings and the composition itself. It's often the recording techniques and the compression and the editing and the exact timing.
Sure.
Did it from your seat where you were? How was that experience? Like the live music is not coming through the 5.1 surround or really
Sure.
the original, stereo mix. You are getting each instrument bouncing into your ears differently, organically.
Organically, that's probably
Yeah.
the way to put it.
Yeah.
It was very much an immersive experience with the score itself. And I think you need a facility like Symphony Hall,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
something with the acoustics of that.
How was the initial horn blast with the Star Wars logo?
The hair stood up on it. It was unbelievable. It was amazing watching somebody too, because where we were sitting, you could see Lockhart conducting,
Yeah.
and he had the oversized iPad.
Yeah.
So he's watching the movie, and he has a program that's so he's conducting to the beats.
Mhm.
Right.
He has it here as it's going on
Yeah.
on the screen
Nice.
above. So no, to hear, I had gone to some of the other shows where you were doing like Williams at the movie, and John
Yeah.
Williams would come back,
I mean, I saw Williams
some of the
conduct the
scores.
Pops multiple times when I was a kid.
and it's a religious experience
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
You go to one of his movie nights, you forget.
I need to go next time
How
if he
many
does
times?
another one because I missed the last
He's
one.
he's out in Tanglewood this fall, late August, I believe.
Oh, really?
He's doing a night out there.
Oh, I got to
Yep.
do one. The only time I've ever seen John Williams was that, and I didn't know he was going to happen. We went, my buddy, for my birthday when I turned 30. Because I turned 30, my grandfather just died, so I was having a bad week.
Yeah.
My buddy had scored tickets to the 100th anniversary game at Fenway,
Mm.
Oh, nice.
and he comes walking out from the friggin' monster in the white jacket. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking John Williams. And all of a sudden, they bring all the orchestra out from home plate, and they start playing music, and they do like the Jurassic Park theme and stuff. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, this is I don't need to watch the goddamn baseball game. I'm good now.
You know what's randomly weird? Hearing my kids randomly start humming and singing the Jurassic Park
Mhm.
theme
It's a good song.
and Indiana Jones and I mean it's
Jurassic Park
neat.
might be his number 2 beyond Star Wars. Jurassic Park is just, it's good stuff.
The catalog is just so deep.
It's insane. It's insane. So I haven't seen like the movie thing like that, but I did go to, I think it was about 6 years ago.
Mhm.
They did the London Philharmonic
Yeah.
toured and did the Star Wars concerts with Anthony Daniels doing the narrating.
No,
And that was fucking
I remember that.
awesome.
was the original score recorded with the London Philharmonic?
Mm-hmm.
It probably was, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yep.
It was, yeah.
Well,
So
cool.
this wasn't like the whole
That's-
movie. It was just like
yeah.
clips and stuff, but Anthony Daniels like
Nice.
narrated through the 6
The-
movies.
The only downside
Mhm.
is they had to play the special edition.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Oh, so they played the Hayden Christensen's Ghost theme?
They're showing you Jabba. But Harley's like, Wait, Jabba's not in this movie.
Yeah.
Why are there 12 Greedos?
Yeah. I
Like,
used to
Greedo, that's like
I recently
green humanoids.
watched. I didn't watch all of it, but I have one of
Rodent
the. I have a copy of a very nice HD transfer of the actual 35 millimeter, one of the original 35 millimeter prints, and it's it's like Blu-ray level bitrate. Obviously it's a bootleg, but it's what we saw when we were, there's no episode, there's no A New Hope on it. I mean, it's the original 35 millimeter Dolby stereo.
I've seen the despecialized editions.
Yeah.
Those are the way to go.
Yeah. So this is the despecialized is like higher quality in terms of, right,
exactly.
But this is literally the 35 millimeter.
Like the weights,
yeah. It's really
good stuff. It's good stuff.
Mm.
Well, so it's finally summer here in Massachusetts.
Sort of.
In the middle, sort of. In the middle of May, it was still 48 degrees some nights because we can have nice things.
It's been kind of nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we just got through Memorial Day weekend. I know, I'm cooking at my uncle's house. You guys, I know, went away for the weekends and stuff like that. So figured keep the top 3 nice and generic because we really didn't have like a hard topic because we couldn't go too into Wick. We couldn't do top 3 John Wick kills. But we will get there once Sean sees the day movie.
Torture him with 3 episodes.
So let's go top 3 favorite Memorial Day cookout foods.
Memorial Day or summer cookout foods. Couple honorable mentions: cheeseburgers and watermelon. Right, there's nothing wrong with a well grilled burger. Some ketchup, some mayo. I know you're supposed to have veggies and shit on it, but no. Give me ketchup, mayo, and
not even pickles?
Cheese. Actually, yes, but pickles aren't really veggies, are they?
It's a cucumber.
Yeah, but
I don't eat those either.
So pickles, they're awesome, but I think the brining
Chuffa.
Yeah, don't degrade my pickles. They're roughage, but they.
I don't want to do a damn thing to your pickle.
They're like the most natural of the processed food group.
Okay. They're a condiment.
They're a condiment. All right. Yes. So yes, I'll do pickles. Okay. So those are my honorable mentions. So nice piece of watermelon out on the patio and cheeseburgers.
All right. My honorable mentions, I'm going with a couple main dishes, side meats, if you will. The barbecue chicken and ribs. Either of those. I will get to what you just touched upon in my top 3.
All right. Yeah. So random Sean fact is I have a hatred of stuff that's on bones. Always have.
I'm not a huge fan of chicken on the bone. I'll do ribs, but
two reasons. One is growing up, I always had my teeth didn't meet correctly, and I went through like a decade of braces and jaw surgery and stuff like that. So I had trouble biting things off. I still do, actually.
Helmet face Hogarty?
But helmet face.
The big March fucking braces?
No, nothing like that.
Okay, I thought you got picked on or something.
No. It was always, it wasn't that bad. But so I had trouble literally eating it, but even more, I don't like getting my fingers messy. I like, and so ribs. I don't mind barbecue. I love, and I love boneless wings, but so both of your honorable mentions there, I don't like them because I have to get messy.
Yeah, see, I'm lazy when it comes to the barbecue chicken. I just want a chicken breast with barbecue sauce on it.
Okay.
I don't like things on the bone particularly either.
Okay.
Awesome. So my honorable mentions, I also have some side meats. Ribs are on there. Anything
I'm a human being, damn it.
No, you're the side meat.
Side meat. Anything I can cook in my smoker. Ribs, pulled pork, any of that stuff. I'm pretty good with it. Just toot my own horn. Also, I'm a big sausage guy.
I don't think
this is.
Hey, we've already determined.
Hey, thanks for listening, guys. Catch you next week.
If it's smoked Italian,
yes,
whatever. Give me an Italian sausage and peppers off the grill, money. Smoked sausage in the smoker, money. And my third honorable mention, bomb pops.
Bomb pops.
I love the red one bomb pops. It's just a thing when I was a kid.
I'll give you that.
It's a summary thing.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Interesting. I didn't think of the desserts.
So my number 3, it's definitely a side thing, but Ruffles and dip, like onion dip or whatever. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
But Ruffles particularly, I don't like the greasier thin chips. I like a Ruffle both.
See, I take it a step further. I go Wachusett.
Wachusett rigid.
Ridge.
Or the
chips
Oots ones, the Oots rigids.
Okay, so
good. Same idea though.
So I have I
Can't do like a Lay's or anything.
yeah, but I can almost eat infinite chips and dip.
Me too. What's your go-to dip brand?
Hell of a onion.
Hell of a good dip.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
hell of a good onion.
I'm not that picky. It's just I know
I am.
that's good.
It's either got to be made with the Lipton's onion soup mix, like homemade, or hell of a good. I can't do like the Kraft one or the Hood one or none
No,
of that.
it doesn't have the right consistency. It doesn't taste right.
Hell of a good dip is amazing.
It's great.
It's so good. Excellent.
All right. My number 3 is one of Sean's honorable mentions, watermelon.
Oh,
that's like that. When you think about cookouts, that's one of the things that's constant.
Yeah.
Every cookout, there's a fresh cut watermelon.
And you end up, I associate it with like
we can't
paper plates that get kind of pink and soaked. And
just, it reminds me of being a kid. These giant slices, watermelon dripping down your face, and you're a mess. Yeah. And we can't have it unless it's summer here because you just can't get decent watermelon in the shop.
No, I do have watermelon also, so it's a good pull. My number 3, I went with the dessert. I'm going with strawberry shortcake. You can loop that into the the red, white, and blue trifle thing people make with like the blueberries and stuff, whatever. But you do like those like biscuit things with the strawberries and the Cool Whip, whatever.
I'm all over all of that.
Cool Whip.
I wasn't sure where it came from.
Yeah, I don't know.
Strawberry shortake is probably my favorite dessert, and it's a big cookout one, so I'm going with that.
Nice. My number 2 is less of a cookout food, but it is something you ingest at least my favorite cookouts.
Cock?
Whoa. Though,
At least I'm off the hook with the sausage comment.
I was trying to help you, DJ.
We call it pool juice, but basically just the bunch of fruit juices and rum, and
I didn't know we could talk about booze on this.
Well,
shoot.
we didn't
We opened it up?
establish. Yeah, I mean it's
very
cookout
loose guidelines,
foods, right?
Change my number 3 to bottle of gin. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, no. So pool juice.
Excellent.
That would mean every Thursday's a cookout.
Yeah, and that's I've always liked that sort of thing, but it was only in recent years where I was given a chance to make some, and I probably spent way too much money on all kinds of different, juices and things and rum.
You can totally picture him in the lab coat mixing. And
it was so good. So yeah, pool juice.
Ooh.
Very nice. My number 2 is a side dish. I'm not a huge potato salad fan, macaroni. I don't like heavy mayonnaise
Yeah, I do.
type side dishes. I mean, the potato salad, if you make it ourselves, but you go to the store and buy a tub of mayonnaise with 3 potatoes and an egg in it. No, thank you. But a buddy of mine started making tortellini salad.
Oh, yes.
yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Cheese tortellini, Caesar dressing, fresh peppers.
Yep.
Sounds great.
It's perfect.
I'm in.
Nice. We do our mac salad kind of the same way with like a vinegar oil based kind of
You're
dressing
almost
on it with like
almost
the rotini.
undercooking the tortellini so they're still nice and
and
firm.
we do like the little sweet peppers. I'll cut them nice and thin, and some
get
red
like
onions and some
Get some
cucumbers.
stoplight peppers.
Yep.
And add a little color there and you're good to go.
Nice.
I'm getting hungry.
I know.
too.
I'll make potato salad some point in time this summer because I make one. I hate mayonnaise too. And stuff
I
like
just
that.
don't like heavy mayonnaise.
I don't.
mind
So
it,
the
but
one I came up with this, I just made up out of the blue last year, and it turned really good. It's like a honey mustard oil vinegar based kind of thing with like bacon and green onions in it. It's fucking money. So.
Wait, you said bacon and green onions?
Oh yeah, I put 2 pounds of bacon in my potato salad.
Oh, Jesus.
So speaking of 2 pounds of bacon, my number 2 is baked beans. The way I make them, because I make them from scratch for cookouts, I'll caramelize like 2 big Vidalia onions, cook off like 2 pounds of bacon, like 2 or 3 pounds of smoked sausage, dice all that up and mix it with the baked beans. So it's almost like a meal within itself. And they're just epic. They're epic.
Very nice.
So whenever we'll all go, everyone come over to the lake one night and I'll do baked beans and potato salad.
I don't like
Sean's bringing
lake.
the booze.
And and we'll do.
You don't have to go in the water.
And nothing, and nothing on the bone.
Nothing on the bone. Yeah.
Nothing on the
So my number 1, following along the DJ and Chris's random interjection, a fine hot dog, right? A nice,
nice hot dog, grilled, sliced.
Right, so
Almost like I knew where the puck was going.
Yeah. You're the Gretzky of dick jokes.
Go.
A good. My favorite is a normal, a good quality hot dog with mustard. I like mustard, relish, onions.
Big KM natural casing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Nathan's are good.
as we've previously discussed, I really don't have standards. Like I will enjoy the shittiest of
Hanging out
hot
with
dogs.
us, so
Well, obviously,
I mean,
but
clearly.
It's just that to me is it's both a baseball game. And if I'm having a
Summer,
cookout,
it's America,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
being a kid, it's everything rolled
Yeah,
into one.
kind of ties it all together.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm cheating just a tiny bit. My number one is burgers and dogs.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
it's
it's
just your classic core staple. I love nothing better in this world than a well-made cheeseburger.
Yep. Yeah.
You know,
it's
giant hand-packed patties,
yeah.
little Montreal seasoning on there maybe, and you're good to go.
Now, I would assume you're good at grilling them.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I just, again, in the scheme of I'm a shitty man, father, and husband. I can't grill. My brother-in-law, Chris, he's like
grill.
the grill master, but I can't.
It's my wife doesn't always like me to. Heather likes everything well done. And I'm going to tend to go more on your medium
well.
Yeah. So she does a lot of the grilling just so she knows that the beef is cooked the way she wants it to.
Yeah, we all do burgers well done, but like with steaks and stuff like that, they're both medium rare connoisseurs. So.
Yeah.
I see it's not for a bit longer, but yeah, no, I got that. That's a good one. So my number one's also burgers.
Mm-hmm.
I am a hamburger machine. Back when I was a super fat guy, it would not be uncommon for me to do six burgers at a cookout.
That's amazing.
Over the course of a couple hours. I'd be like,
I'm so freaking hungry right now.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. I'm hitting Wendy's or something on the way home. But,
I'm dying.
yes, I mean hamburgers are the best. Hamburgers are probably for the longest time they were my number one food. Pizza has lapped them a little bit. I do love a good slab of pizza.
I told you I found a better place.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know.
it's phenomenal.
I'm Chris, and I get to go to New York and have the best pizza.
Because last time when me and him
Seriously,
when me and him went, we went to Joe's, the place that's in Spider-Man, and it was a phenomenal, just nice basic slice of pizza. But he found a better one.
Patsy's in East Harlem, good.
I used to like Mr. Pizza Slice in Red Bank. It's good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's good.
There's another place down by Joe's too.
So we're gonna
John's.
one day we'll have to get back out to New York and go pizza
There's
hopping.
4 places within a quarter of a mile.
We gotta go.
We
pizza
could do a pizza tour.
Oh yeah,
We should do a FANMEN pizza tour, and then if we get to maybe go to.
I didn't even make the one that was
wanna-
voted number 2 behind Regina. Bleecker Street is right around the corner.
I want to do a FANMEN cheesesteak tour in Philly.
We could do that too. We need to get on the road a bit more. Do some live stream stuff.
The cheesesteak tour hurts.
A big season 2.
I did that with a buddy of mine.
What we do is we
Buy smalls and cut them. In threes.
we buy a small, we cut them in 3s.
Or do like
See,
the
Jim's, I had to have a whole one. It's so good.
yeah.
But then by the time you get to like Pat's and Gino's and
do like the El Prez Barstool thing, like one bite, everyone knows the rules kind of thing. But then he ends up eating half the pizza. Okay, so Sean had
eat my own arm.
Ruffles and Dip, pool juice and hot dogs. Chris had watermelon, tortellini salad, and burgers and dogs, and I had strawberry shortcake, baked beans, and burgers.
Yeah, that's
This was a bad idea because I'm fucking starving now.
I don't know who.
I was totally
who came up
stuffed
with this.
before we started, but
I know.
There's another joke in there too.
yeah, I
There really is.
I don't care.
Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Hit us up on Twitter at FMN37. All our links are on there directly if you want to hit us up. Also, you can follow us on iTunes, Podcoin, Alexa speakers, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud. I'm going to work on iHeartRadio too.
Podcasts are found.
Yeah, my wife bitched because we're not on iHeartRadio, so I'm working on that right now too. I'll get that.
That's because we protest Seacrest.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
That's what she uses.
Don't
So,
like him.
yeah. So, have a good night, everybody.
Later,
Later.
kids.